Like, it's like, oh my God, I was like so focused on like my own hurts, my own pains, that I couldn't see that other people have their own as well.
Exactly. Right.
And it sounds kind of dumb, but that it is true. Like it's like, and once I figured that out, it just changed everything, and I finally understood, what forgiveness is about.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about the other person. It's the way that I can cleanse myself of these energies.
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
it's like, and that's what I always, tell people, is like, forgiveness is super important. And you have to understand that you might feel like if you forgive somebody, you're giving away your power. The truth is, if you don't forgive them, you're giving away your power,
Yes. Right.
because
Yeah.
you're causing yourself harm.
Yes. But in most cases, people, and this was me too at first, forgiveness felt like weakness. It felt like I'm letting them off the hook, or I'm letting them get away with it, or I'm telling them
Exactly.
it's okay what you did. And forgiveness is not weakness at all. Forgiveness is actually where you find your power and your strength when you're able to do that.
Absolutely, yeah. And it was actually through an ayahuasca ceremony that I finally really understood the turn the other cheek lesson
Mm,
from the master. Because I kind of always had thought about it as something, like you said, coming from a position of weakness. But to really understand that it's actually a position of strength,
yes.
to not take on negative energy that's being shot at you, and to be able to let it pass through you
Right.
instead of
Exactly.
it landing in you.
Exactly.
Like, that's powerful.
It's very powerful and it's very difficult. It's very difficult, right? Like we have trouble,
Yes,
but that's the
absolutely.
work. That's the path, and that's the
That is
work.
exactly it. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, I was
Um,
gonna. Oh, sorry, I was gonna say one quick thing
yeah,
on. I think, like you mentioned, the medicines have that one thing you mentioned about helping us see other people, specifically in a lot of cases our parents, right? Helping us see them and feel what they either are feeling or were feeling at other times in their life. Completely, just like you can have those instant shifts, instant changes. I was in a Wachuma ceremony once with it was male and female, but at one point we actually broke into two groups because it's a little bit easier to navigate. It was towards the end; we could sit and talk a little bit, and the men sat around the fire, and we had a little bit of a sharing circle. And the theme just officially, the theme came up to be just a lot of talking about what it mean men and like kind of their relationships with their fathers. And there were some people in the group who had some really tough stuff happen when they were younger, and their relationships and the things they went through were like stuff so blessed to never have had experienced. Um, and it was really hard. It was really emotional. A couple of big, strong guys who've been kind of calloused to these emotions their whole life were cracking open in a good kind of way. And one thing that I just shared towards the end was a reminder to the group that if all of our fathers and grandfathers or whoever these other, that people that had come up that day in the sharing, if they were all sitting here, they'd all have their own story as well. That's probably equally as hard, if not harder, from above them and above them. And that line would go. Everyone has their own unique story and journey, and sometimes it's hard to remember that they've likely experienced, likely what they're reflecting onto us, likely what's being put onto us is a reflection of what they've experienced in their own life as well, even if they've never talked. And to be able to see the medicines just help us see that and feel that and put us in those positions. And it could just take a matter of a few seconds, and your whole perspective can shift.
absolutely. And that's when your life can truly transform.
Yep,
I mean,
exactly.